basically what I'm doing is I have 4 6-volt batteries wired up for 12 volt with a 12 volt solar 100 watt solar panel setup. And from what little research I did, I'm nowhere near an expert on this, but if I go 24 volt, it's a little bit more efficient. So that's what we're gonna do. I got the batteries wired up 24 volt. This is a 12 volt, 24 volt EcoWorthy 100 watt solar setup. 200 watt actually. Got 200 watt panels. Sweet. Here we got stairs, the charge controller, which I'm not going to use this. I bought a better one. I bought a Energy NPPT. I'm not going to use this one. Mounting brackets. Positive lead, negative lead, and leads to the batteries. I also bought some 50-foot extension cable. I'm going to run it down there where the sun is. Those are the 100 watt solar panels for the trickle charge on the 12 volt battery. And then this is going to be a separate setup. Okay, so here's the 100 watt Harbor Freight. Some of them are broken, they're kind of pieces of shit. Solar panels. That's going to trickle charge the 12 volt battery on the front of the camper. And then I'm going to make a spot to lay these solar panels up at an angle until I build a bracket for them. And this stays sunny the majority of the day. If I lay the panels up against this, there should be enough of an angle for now until I get a bracket set up. Okay. Now these can be wired for 12 or 24 volt, I guess. So in order to wire them for 24 volt, you've got to link the positive and the negative in series, and then the other positive and the other negative go up to the charge controller. So just lay these here like this for now. And I got a big extension cord. I'm going to run the wires up to the camper into the battery bank. But that should work pretty good. And And this is expandable too. We'll see how much power this actually generates first, and then I can add more panels if I want to. But I'm going to build like an A-frame setup that gets it up off the ground, so when it snows they don't get buried and whatnot. So okay, so we got to wire these for 24 volt, which means you got to wire them in series parallel, I think. So we got wires. So each one of these has a positive and negative, so we're going to wire a positive to the negative from one to the other. So positive to negative, and then that makes these 24 volt, I guess. Got a 50-foot extension cable. So we'll go positive, and from that one, negative from this one. So that's negative. And then go positive to negative from the others here. So now they're 24 volt. Positive, negative. So now we got them wired up in series. So we got 4 6-volt batteries wired up for 24 volts. Alright, so we'll let that charge for a little bit. I'm going to work on the solar panels. So yeah, so this is the battery bank we've been using. 4 6-volt batteries. They were wired 12 volt series parallel. Now they're wired 24 volt. Negative to positive, negative to positive, negative to positive. And I just got this charger to top them off real quick. These things are like 70 pounds a piece, so it's going to suck dragging it down. I want to put it back over here somewhere, and then I have a Renogy inverter to plug into it, so the camper can plug into it. So it should be pretty straight. I want to minimize the use of the generator as much as possible. So I went with this. It's I've heard good things about it. Victron 100 volt, I think, 50 amp charge controller, NPPT. A lot more efficient. It was like 180 bucks on Amazon. The inverter, Renogy 24 volt pure sine wave. Heard good things about this thing too, so we'll see how it goes. Try her out. This looks like 3/0 cable. Fucking running around looking for this fucking black wire. It was right at my knee. This is just, I think it's 8-gauge wire. Got off Amazon. Okay. Solar panel leads in. Okay, so here's what I did so far. We got the... This looks like complete shit. This is only temporary until we get a shed built. All the solar stuff's gonna be in the shed down there. Got the charge controller wired in to opposite batteries, negative and positive. Now I'm just running the extension cable down to the solar panels, and we'll get those hooked up. This Victron controller has a, oh, you got Border Patrol out there. This is the app. It tells you from those two panels on the left, doing 174 watts. These are 200 watt panels, so I guess that's okay. Oops. And then tells you your voltage, the current, and the voltage on the battery. Then you can go to history. I'll go a little more in depth on this later.